Hi, I'm here to make a mention of Donald Trump. It's December 2020, so he's on his way out, although he's fighting every inch of the way like a big crybaby. But I have experience of being overseas. I'm an American, but half my life has been living in other countries. I've lived in, oh heck, close to 20 countries. I've visited about 50. I speak several languages, so I relate to international affairs more so probably than the average person. And one incident that sticks in my craw about Donald Trump, and I wanted to just share this with people, is when he was first in office. I believe it was in February 2017, where he invited two top Russian agents into the Oval Office. Kislyak and the head of their Defense Department. He's like the number 2 or the number 3 guy in Russia. Okay, he invites him in, and he had just fired Comey. Trump had. So here he is with his buddies. He's laughing. They're slapping each other on the back, having a good laugh about firing the head of the FBI. And then Trump opens up about, tells him about a U.S. spy in Syria. He may have mentioned other things like that too. He gives some details. So the Ruskies are thinking, well, we can take this guy out, or we can monitor him, or do whatever spy agencies do. I mean, these are the two of the top agents in the Russian hierarchy, and here they're joking around with Trump. There were no U.S. journalists invited into the Oval Office at that time, not one. But there was at least one Russian journalist there. It's similar to the time when it was a party, I believe it was in Helsinki, Finland, a big formal dinner party with a bunch of heads of state, and Trump was there. And he sees his best buddy Putin sitting at another table. So what does Trump do? He runs over like a little school kid and goes, "Oh, I want to talk to you." And so they get together. But there's only one other person when Trump and Putin are talking, and that's a Russian interpreter, not one other American within 20 paces. So here they are joking again, laughing. Who knows what they're saying? I can assume what they're saying, like things like Trump might be saying, "Hey, you're not going to tell anybody about what happened at that hotel suite, with the PP and all that stuff, okay? Let's don't blow my cover now." And who knows, other things. Maybe Trump exposed a few more U.S. spies overseas. I relate to that sort of thing because my father was in the CIA. He was a career guy, came in from OSS, and we had CIA people over, and I was a little boy, and we would talk about different things. I always had my eyes open and my ears were listening, and I'm tuned in to some of these things. Another security threat that Trump he may already have broken his vows on this, but he has a lot of information in his thick head about sensitive information relating to U.S. security. At the same time, he owns like hundreds of millions of dollars to despots overseas. When I say despot, I mean people like Putin and his oligarch buddies, maybe Kim in Korea, maybe Xi in China. Trump owes money to Chinese banks. He won't tell you that, but that's pretty well known. So what's a man to do? Now, he wanted to stay in office. The main reason was to stay out of prison. The second reason was to be able to avoid paying back these loans, because that's been his pattern all his adult life. So when he's going to get kicked out of the Oval Office, out of the White House in a month or so, 5 weeks from the time I'm making this recording. And some of the loans will be called in. And what's Trump going to do? He's going to say, I don't have the money. He's going to try to get his Republican dumbass donors to pay for it. Maybe he'll pay for it out of the $200 million he raised since the election. In that 1 month, since November 3rd, he raised, but even that may not be enough to pay off his debts to these guys. So what does he have of value that they might want in lieu of paying back? He's got national security secrets, okay? So he can do that. He'll be a national security threat until he dies, even beyond that. Even beyond that, he can write things down. He can record things. I mean, this guy's a walking problem, no matter how you slice it. Anyway, I wanted to get that off my chest, and I may be doing a blog. I know that's an old-fashioned term. I may be doing some more of these wake-up calls in the future. This is the first one. Okay, signing off here.